Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Carol's Daily Sauce. I'd like for you to like, comment, and subscribe. Please don't forget to click on the bell to be reminded of each and every video that I upload to you all. So what we're talking about today is fibromyalgia. I, unfortunately, am a sufferer of fibromyalgia, and many times people have said to me some of the craziest things regarding fibromyalgia. I actually had to think about whether or not I was actually going to speak on it, because people sometimes are very insensitive. So I'm going to go kind of on the backstory. In 2008, I had a hysterectomy. I had been having a lot of problems with a lot of things, woman issues and things of that nature. And so in 2008, the doctor that I was actually seeing at the time decided, she and I both decided that that would probably be something that would be conducive for me. Okay. Shortly after I had surgery, I was thrown into hot flashes. 2008 was about 11 years ago, so I was about 42, maybe 41, fairly young. So long story short, I had the surgery. The surgery was extremely successful. There were no problems with anything. I really was a champ in surgery. But a few months after the surgery, I started having some really weird symptoms. I was really tired. I had a soreness that was similar to the soreness of one who had literally moved an entire house by themselves. So my doctor was concerned as to why I may have had that fatigue feeling. But then she kind of like said, well, it may be because you just had surgery. We'll just have to keep watching over you. I actually worked at a hospital at that time, so it was okay. You know, I kind of just went with the flow. Well, backtracking even further, in 2006, I was actually working for a company in Napa. And this was a family-owned business. The people were very well off. This was in the Napa Valley. They were very well off. As a matter of fact, they were actually very rich. And what ended up happening is they had a fall get together for all of the women that were actually working in the office. And we were told after we got off work on that Friday to come to, I believe it was their mansion in San Jose. And we were going to have a ladies' night out. When we got there, they had pomegranate mimosas, they had pomegranate daiquiris, because this was around the time around the holidays. And so it was really exciting. Literally, they had converted their home into a spa. You could go in one room and you could have massages. You could go in another room and you could have your nails filled. You could have manicures. You could have pedicures. You could have back rubs. You could have facials. I mean, it was top of the line. We were really excited to be there. I decided that I was going to go and get a back massage. Upon me going into the room and getting the back massage, the masseuse was saying, well, you look really tired. I'm going to go ahead and give you a deep tissue massage. And as that masseuse went to go and try to give me a deep tissue massage, I near about jumped off the table. She indicated to me at that time that I probably needed to go to the doctor, because there was probably something more going on than what I actually was aware of. Shortly thereafter, I started having problems with eating. Now, I've never been one to be able to just eat anything. Never have. But I did begin to have a lot of problems. So, before we go any further, I got some notes, you guys, right here. So if you see my head turning here, I'm just looking at my notes. So what is fibromyalgia? Fibromyalgia is a chronic rheumatic condition. It is a widespread muscle pain and tenderness condition. Many doctors years ago used to think that it was something that was in your head. A lot of those that suffer from it also suffer from depression and anxiety. I ended up not working as a result of the problems that I was having with, wait a minute, I've got to stop this because, all right, so I'm back. So anyway, I ended up stop working, but I'll go back into that a little later. As I was saying, I was talking about what fibromyalgia is, and what fibromyalgia is, once again, is a chronic pain condition that causes widespread pain throughout the body, literally from head to toe, muscle pain, and tenderness. I unfortunately also deal with a lot of pain with my joints, and that's why the rheumatic kind of goes in there as well. You do see actually a rheumatologist when you are dealing with it. One of the ways in which they actually can diagnose you is by applying pressure to what is known to be tender points. Some of the other symptoms include chronic fatigue. There are sleep disturbances. There is also difficulty falling asleep. There is just pain all over. You experience headaches quite a bit. Pain in muscles, literally feeling like as if a Mack truck hit you every single day. Some days are better. Some days you don't have as much pain, but you're literally always in pain. I also here recently, within the last couple of years, have started having issues with restless leg. And restless leg syndrome is when you have like an overactive nerve activity within your legs, and I get that a lot of times when I'm sleeping. You have a lot of problems with skin issues, dermatitis. You have one of mine is eczema. I also started noticing a lot of problems with my vision, a lot of jaw pain as well, back pain, upper and lower back pain, neck and abdomen pain, remembering things, having problems such as cognitive issues, being forgetful, and having a lack of concentration. Now, I seriously pride myself on not being, I don't want to say a dum-dum, but on not being a dum-dum. I'm pretty smart. That's just all to it. I'm pretty smart. I love to read. I love to research. Before Google came along, honey, it was dictionaries. It was looking things up. If I don't know, I'm going to find out. So for me to get into a place where I'm now forgetting things and having problems concentrating, that was hard for me. The pain that you experience with fibromyalgia can be either a sharp pain, it can be a burning pain, it can be mild pain, it can be a nagging pain, it can be a deep pain. It's just chronic pain and it hurts. I've been in so much pain at times to where I was physically nauseated, which preceding and vomiting. You can go through lots of mood swings, anxiety, fear. You can have nervousness. Sadly, I have experienced all these things because I actually got diagnosed with fibromyalgia back in 2008. So it's been 11 years. However, I can remember as a teenager having some problems with my muscles and uncontrollable movement of them, muscle spasms. I was put on muscle spasms at 17 on a regular basis because of the problems that I had with them, with my muscles. So some of the things that one will experience, as I said before, with fibromyalgia is muscle tenderness. You have the spasms, you have the muscle soreness, you have the issues where there is a problem with sensation, such as coldness, and being too hot can create problems. It's just a plethora of issues that one can go through. Another thing you can have are flare-ups. What I find is my flare-ups tend to happen when I overexert myself, such as going to the mall and being at the mall all day, 8 hours shopping all day. I don't even know if I could even do that anymore, but anything in which I overexert myself, or even in instances where I become overly stressed out, I can have issues with walking. I can have issues with back pain. I can have issues with throbbing pain in my arms. I'm going to already apologize, you guys, because this is going to be a much longer video than what I normally do. Now, it is thought that depression and anxiety correlates with fibromyalgia. I personally believe that. I found that when I'm more stressed out is when I receive, or when I get the headaches, when I get the joint stiffness, when I get the tingling in my feet and hands. The sensory problems and the sensory feelings that you have are that of like pins and needles, sensitivity to cold, and even to heat. Heat, if I get too hot, it can make me so sick. Now, another thing that I do want to let you guys know, fibromyalgia can also be called fibrositis, which is just basically inflammation of the fibro. Fibro is none other than the connection of your nerves, skin, tissues, all of that kind of stuff. That is a persistent, chronic pain and fatigue condition. What is the treatment for it? Treatment for fibromyalgia, first and foremost, is self-care. Being able to take time away and saying, I need time to myself. I need to go read a book. I need to go and have a cup of tea. I need to go here and just think to myself. Reducing stress, stress reduction, physical therapy. I hate physical therapy. I can't do it. It does none other but cause me lots and lots and lots of unnecessary problems. But you can also go through talk therapy, where you would go and see a psychiatrist. I've even done that. There's also medication therapy, in which you can go and get muscle relaxers. You can get nerve pills. You can get Cymbalta, like I'm on, which is declared as being a antidepressant, but also helps you, with some of the sleep issues and things that you have. You can take things like relaxation techniques. Some people find a lot of help in deep tissue massage, which I cannot stand, which I hate, which I won't be doing. Little tidbit. The only person that can do any type of massage on me is my husband, because he knows my threshold of pain. However, there are even some times when he can't do it because my body is so tense. There are also myths about fibromyalgia. This is so sad. Some people think it's all in your brain. It's all in your mind because you're crazy. Guess what? You almost had me going crazy by not taking my medication and just thinking that if I thought I didn't have it, it would just go away. I can tell you, it is not in my mind, it's in my body. Some of the other myths about fibromyalgia is people with fibromyalgia need more exercise. Though we may need more exercise, that's not why we have fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia is an old woman's disease. No, ma'am, no, sir. There are some men who have fibromyalgia. However, more women are diagnosed with it. It's a made-up condition. It's hypochondria or a psychiatric illness. I pray that you never have to suffer with any of the symptoms of fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia sufferers just have an inability to deal with pain. My threshold for pain is pretty high. However, fibromyalgia is definitely most positively a different type of pain. So, when you know or hear of somebody who is dealing with fibromyalgia, the one thing I can tell you is to be compassionate. Be compassionate, because you never want to find yourself in a position in which you are diagnosed as having fibromyalgia. Trust me, I was a woman who worked a full-time job, who ended up getting put on full-time disability as a result of being diagnosed with fibromyalgia. I used to walk every day. I used to wear heels every day. I used to look fabulous every day. I took pride in who I was, and I still do. But my life has changed. Go ahead and put some comments in the comment box below about what you know, what you think, how you feel about fibromyalgia, what you honestly think it is. And please don't be rude, because what I have to tell you, I won't interact with you, but I definitely will block you. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to Carol's Daily Sauce. Hopefully this is something that will ignite a conversation in the YouTube community. I'm considering actually making another YouTube strictly for fibromyalgia. We'll just have to see how the feedback is on this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day. Hopefully you're heading toward a very nice weekend. Be blessed, be strengthened, and be encouraged. Please don't forget to click on the bell to be reminded of each and every video I upload. God bless you and have a good evening. Bye-bye.